Upbeat, slightly dramatic intro music fades in and then out. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to lose everything? I'm not talking about losing your keys or misplacing your wallet. I'm talking about everything. Your life's work, your savings, your reputation, all gone in the blink of an eye. I have. And let me tell you, it's a story I'll never forget. Just a few years ago, I thought I was on top of the world. I'd built a successful tech company from the ground up. We were the darlings of the industry, featured in magazines, praised by analysts. I had the fancy apartment, the fast car, the life everyone dreams of. I felt invincible, and that right there was my first mistake. Success can be a dangerous drug. It makes you feel smarter than you are, luckier than you are. I started getting cocky, taking bigger and bigger risks. I saw an opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime investment that promised to triple my company's value overnight. All my advisors, my team, my gut, they all screamed no. But what did they know? I was the genius, right? So I did it. I pushed all the chips to the center of the table. I leveraged everything. Company assets, personal savings, even loans against my future earnings. For a week, it looked like I had made the call of the century. The numbers were soaring. I was already planning the victory party, and then the market turned. It wasn't a gradual dip, it was a cliff. The sure thing I had bet on was built on a foundation of lies and speculative hype. The collapse was brutal and swift. In less than 24 hours, everything I had built over a decade was wiped out. The company was bankrupt, my savings were gone. I went from a multimillionaire to being over $1 million in debt. I remember sitting in my empty office, the eviction notice on the door, the phone ringing with angry investors I couldn't face. The silence was deafening. I had hit rock bottom, and it was a lonely, terrifying place. For weeks, I just existed. I was lost in a fog of shame, regret, and self-pity. The guy who thought he was invincible couldn't even get out of bed. But one morning, something shifted. I was staring at my reflection, this broken, defeated person, and a different thought popped into my head. Okay, you idiot, you messed up. Royally. But are you just going to lie here and let this be the end of your story? And I realized something profound in that moment. They took my money, they took my company, but they couldn't take the lessons I had learned. They couldn't take the skills I had built, the grit I had developed from starting with nothing the first time. The failure hadn't destroyed me. It had just stripped away all the ego and the noise. So I started over. With nothing but a laptop, a mountain of debt, and a huge slice of humble pie. I took odd jobs, coding for small businesses, consulting for pennies on the dollar. It was humbling, it was hard. But this time I was different. I listened more than I talked. I valued my relationships more than my spreadsheets. I measured success not in dollars, but in genuine progress and real value. Slowly, painstakingly, I started building again, not a flashy tech empire, but a solid, sustainable business focused on actually helping people. And you know what? It grew faster and stronger than my first company ever did, because this time it was built on a foundation of humility, resilience, and the invaluable, painful lesson of my greatest failure. Today, I'm more successful than I ever was before that crash. But it's a different kind of success. It's quieter, more meaningful. I lost all my money, yes. But in doing so, I found something infinitely more valuable: myself. So if you're ever facing a failure that feels like the end of the world, just remember, rock bottom is the most solid foundation you can ever build on.